Well, hello everybody, as I fix my mic rudely. Just a quick heads up, this episode is just me. We tried to record earlier, but continuous interruptions, and so this one's just gonna be me. Excellent stuff on my part. We are in the Jacksonville Memorial Arena, and we're going to run the show. Open things up with a 92A. Vince gives us a little update on the King of the Ring tournament, which I'm actually going to pull up right now, as you can see the records of everybody. And Vince goes on to say that there are 4 people in this tournament who thus far are undefeated. And those 4, 2 from each block, from Block A being Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler, and Block B being Dean Ambrose and the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. He also goes on to say that since these 4 have put on quite an impressive tournament, we're going to make the final matchups, the ones who will decide who goes through to represent the great brand of Raw at the King of the Ring pay-per-view. We're going to make these matches impressive, which is why next week Raw will be main evented by Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose, and the week after we will get a rematch from Match of the Year candidate from last month's New Year's Revolution, Dolph Ziggler versus the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins in a non-title match, so to speak. And he says, the rest of you, thank you for coming out to represent this great brand. Realistically, your matches tonight are for naught, and they're really just for the effect of completing the tournament. Thank you for competing, and we will see you guys, and we hope you enjoyed the show. So I'm actually going to quickly book in these 2 matches. We have Dean Ambrose taking on Brock Lesnar. And... oh, whoops, my bad. I almost just fucked up really badly. And then the week after, we will have World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins against Dolph Ziggler. Perfect. And we move into our first match of the tournament, as The Miz says that he is going, extremely disappointed he cannot do better in this tournament, but it doesn't matter because he's The Miz, he's awesome, and he'll find his way back to the top anyways. And Finn Balor is just going to be a stepping stone. So Marie stands there. And we move into a 76B- as The Miz defeats Finn Balor in 11:55 by pinfall with a skull-crushing finale. Great in-ring performances from both these guys. Very pleased with this. Great wrestling and good heat, which is all right, considering they don't have a storyline. Finn Balor is improving in performance. Yep, and that's excellent stuff. Afterwards, Chris Jericho cuts a 1-minute promo where he's off script, don't know what he says. He just says, blah, 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 blah. I'm guessing he says something to the effect of, I am the greatest of all time. It's a disgrace I was not in the King of the Ring tournament. It's a disgrace I've been getting TV time, blah, blah, blah. And the club discussed their tournaments. Finn Balor laments that he is 5-1? No, he is... Oh, he was 2-3, actually, excuse me. And Carl has his final match tonight in the main event against Sheamus. And thus far, Carl, both of these guys... Sheamus doesn't have any wins and Carl only has 1. So Finn says the fate of the club rests on your shoulders. Put on a good showing, my friend. And Kevin Owens cuts a promo on Stephanie McMahon. Kevin Owens comes down to the ring. We are in Florida, of course. So he says, Hunter, I know you're in the back. You have to be in the back. I've heard you talking to your wife. I heard your wife talking to you, blah, blah, blah. I've seen you on your phone in the back on the security tapes. I want you to come out here and face me like the man I know you are. No, nothing happens. Owens goes on to say, surprising, Triple H I might have been wrong with what I said. Upon further inspection, it seems like I'm thinking about the man you once were. And now you're nothing more than a hollowed out shell of a suit who never got the chance to put on the 5-star matches, and you're bitter. But you're not bitter in the way where you would stop those from getting to the top. Well, hell, he was actually. I'm gonna forget that line in the promo. You're bitter in the way of not allowing people to get to the top, like one Daniel Bryan. You're bitter in the way of trying to help those get to the level you can reach, but it's the people you want to. People like Finn Balor. Your NXT generation. See, the thing is, when I showed up to NXT, I did one thing and one thing only. I disrupted your flow. I disrupted your system, and you hate me for that. I know you do, because I was never a Triple H guy. Look at me. I'm not your stereotypical billboard star. But I'll tell you this. Triple H, I think you know better than anybody else, because you've seen it firsthand. I can beat anybody you put in front of me. I'm going to get to the top whether you want me to or not. Your move, Hunter. And we move to a 79B. This was actually really awesome. Drew McIntyre defeats Hideo Itami in 7:48 by pinfall with an ego trip. Good stuff. I will inform you guys what matches aren't in the tournament when they happen. Drew cuts a promo on Lesnar, and he says, Lesnar, last week you got the better of me, and don't think I won't forget that. But I've got a couple loose ends to tie up elsewhere. 74B minus as the Dudley Boys cut a promo. No exact clue what they say. It's unscripted. Blah blah blah. Put you through a table. Natalya cuts a promo saying she is happy the King of the Ring tournament is coming to a close because that means more time for the women. 71C plus. This is actually really good for the women. Yeah. Natalya Neidhart defeats Amanda Sacramano. I don't know the fuck to say her name. In 6:23 by submission. Natalya is just, she's so good. Dean Ambrose cuts a promo on Brock Lesnar saying, Brock, next week, I get to take you on. I fear no beast. I fear no man. I fear no monster. And you're going to find out one way or another that I am fucking crazy. And that maybe that's why I don't fear you. But I think that gives me an edge. It does give me an edge. It gives me a razor blade's edge I can use to slit your throat. Holy shit, that was like violent. Good. My Finn Balor promos are leaking into the rest of the show, I think. 68C plus as Lana and Ruru cut a promo on their way to the ring, in which Lana says that Rusev is going to reign supreme for not only the Russian Federation, but also the great people of their now home, the United States. He goes out and does so in, with the 79B. This was really good, too. Rusev defeats Pentagon Jr. in 7:36 by submission with the Accolade. And then Dolph Ziggler cuts a promo on Seth Rollins saying, Seth Rollins, I fought and clawed for this moment to get back to this spot. I was here in 2013. I cashed in Money in the Bank after fighting and clawing to get to there. I cashed in, and one injury took everything away from me. I was here January, last month, not even a month ago. I had the opportunity, and once again I came up short. And Seth, listen to me when I tell you, because this isn't just a saying. This isn't just me being overconfident, overcocky, This isn't just me making you afraid. This is me telling you a fact. Right now, I won't lose again. Because if I lose again, I can't make it to that next level. I can't break through this glass ceiling. Honestly, God, if I don't beat you, I don't know why I'm still here. '82B, the Athletes of Agility cut a promo hyping their upcoming match with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. They go out and have a match with Josh Bredel and Mada Abdelhamid. As Ricochet defeats Bredel by pinfall with a chocolate rain. Good stuff from the athletes of agility. Then an 82B, as afterwards the AOA are celebrating the victory when the Club Boys run in and beat them down. King of the Ring is the third week of... No, it would be the second week of March, I hope. I don't know. 660 plus, in which Kalisto sees his buddy Sin Cara, and they talk about how Kalisto will once again be returning to the tags, and they look to make a run for the tag team championships. Then an 84B plus, as Seth Rollins cuts a promo on Dolph Ziggler saying, Dolph, you can go out and you can say what you want, because I know you will. You're going to talk about how great you are. You're going to go out, you're going to fail, and then you're going to talk about how great you are again. There's a certain element to it where, after a little while, it doesn't become annoying. It doesn't become infuriating. It becomes a bit of a joke. Like you. I said it before, and I said it again. Dolph Ziggler, you're a joke. You can't get to this level. You're going to be so close, but, oh no, there was an injury. Oh no, I was this close. Bullshit. Buddy, you know you aren't good enough. So, when you say that if you can't beat me, you're not good enough, there's no point for you to be here, you better get looking for a day job, pal, because if you hold true to that statement, you're going to need it. And our main event of the evening only gets an 80B, which is fine with me, and a bout that had great wrestling and good heat. Carl Anderson defeated Sheamus in a 16:25 by pinfall with a gun stun following interference from Drew McIntyre. Sheamus had a great performance. Carl was all right. Awesome stuff. And to end out the show, Ric Flair does like a Paul Heyman-y type promo in which, that shouldn't be Dolph Ziggler, that should be Dean Ambrose, in which he says, Dean Ambrose is not ready for my beast. He's not ready for the monster. He's not ready for the God Slayer. He's not ready for the man in the 21, in the 1 and 21 and 1. Blah, blah, blah. He's not ready for the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Woo! Daddy! Overall, the show gets an 88B+, as our pop is up in 8 regions. Now, if I quickly flip here to the King of the Ring bracket, you can see the Week 5 results already done up, nice and good for you, and the, pretty much the end of game scores. So, we have Seth Rollins at the top here with 4 points, of course being undefeated, Finn Balor with 2, Carl Anderson with 2 as well. Sheamus with 0. So Drew McIntyre cost Sheamus really an opportunity to be undefeated in this tournament. This is Dolph Ziggler with 4. And finally, down here at the bottom, The Miz also has 2 points. The point system in this, how it works, is you gotta win, you get a point. You lose, you don't. And over here, Hideo Itami also went scoreless. He was the only other scoreless person in this tournament. There was also Drew McIntyre, who got 2 points. Pentagon Jr., who got 1. Rusev, who got 3. So Rusev was so close to being up there with Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar, both at the bottom here, as really after winning the United States Championship and once again regaining a lot, he went 3-0. So once again, that's definitely a very big key for Rusev, having his woman with him. Thank you for telling me that game, and we will see you guys for SmackDown, where of course I will be always, joined by the Pudtastic Pudmaster, Pudeo Pud Tommy. Let's go with that.